Yo, how y'all doing? It's your boy, E Poodle, back at it again with a new video. I know it's been a while since I uploaded the last, whatever I uploaded, my last video diary, my last, Melee vlog or new combo video, whatever I did. I don't remember, it was like months ago. But today, we're making a new video about getting top 100 in Melee. You know, like, as for people that don't know, my name is Elijah. I'm 22 and I'm from upstate, or I'm just from upper New York. I live right next to the Bronx. I'm not going to say where specifically. If you know me, you probably know. But just let's just assume I'm from like the Bronx, New York. And essentially, as of like a month and a half ago, I'm top 50 now in Super Smash Bros. Melee for 2025 for the summer rankings. So it's like the first week of July or end of June, and it stems back all the way to January from the beginning of the year. So I'm 45th, and yeah, I just want to make this video because I always wanted to get top 100, and I don't think there was ever a video of like, oh, how does, one get it? And I could just make like a short, detailed video highlighting, all the stuff. But I think you should take time out of your day to listen to my lecture about what it takes to be top 100 or top 50. You know, like, I think it's, how do I say it? Something I learned this year is you should probably take time to think before you form a response also. It's like contradictory to Melee because you just got to be like really quick, really on point. But yeah, there's gonna be moments where I'm probably just quiet. I'm doing this off the dome. This is like my first attempt at doing a long recording like this, but I'm just gonna talk and then we gotta see what's up. But yeah, the top 100 rank is, a title that a lot of people want. I wanted it for years. For another background check on me, the first time I ever played Melee was 2015. And then I used to do Antlers in 2016. And I was like bronze or silver. And then I played Melee again in 2018. And then I hit like gold 3, whatever the peak of gold was on Antlers Ladder. Antlers Ladder is like the old NetPlay website where you type for games, you challenge for rank. Melee's evolved a lot, But yeah, I used to play 2015, 2016, 2018. 2020 came around, and then the COVID pandemic came, and then I actually started playing for real. And I used to enter NetPlay tournaments all the time. And then I started traveling, going to IRL tournaments, and now I'm here. Now I'm probably the best I've ever been at Melee. It's been a couple years. I tell when people ask me like how long have you been playing Melee for, I just say 5 years because that's the real answer. I was like a little noob back then, Gold on Antlers is like probably way worse than gold on Melee ranked. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I just want you all to know that it's possible. Really, if there's one thing you can take away from this video, is that it's possible. Whatever your goal is with Melee, if you want to be the best in the world, if you want to be top 100, if you want to be the best in your friend group or the best in your state or in your region, it's legitimately possible. It's fucking crazy. You probably got to work a lot, but that's the grind. That's how being like a competitive person is. I think there's this concept that a lot of people don't get when it comes to competition, especially like Melee. You literally, if you're like down here and in person X, I'm gonna say X, and X is just beating you every week, every week, every week. You literally have to like outwork them, bro. You gotta start grinding. You gotta start thinking. You gotta start practicing. You kind of gotta make it like your life goal, kind of one of your goals, to beat person X. Because I know it sucks to lose. I still lose. Losing is not fun. It's not fun for anyone. But that's the first point in this video. You gotta realize well, number one, anything's possible. Number two, you got to realize that it's it's a lot of effort. I think you know how a lot of YouTube self-improvement gurus make videos on like how to study, how to be efficient, how to be a minimalist. I think you have to be like that. If you truly want to get good at Melee, you have to be efficient. You got to outwork people. That's step one. Realize anything's possible. And step two, you got to be working your butt off. What does that mean? You got to be working harder than other people. The top 100 is an estimate of the top 100 hardest working players on planet Earth right now for this small video game community that we got. You feel me? You literally got to outwork them. There were nights, for example, I would lose the stock exchange. I would lose the tournament in Connecticut, or I would lose a regional. I literally only think about my loss the whole week, the whole night. That's all I'm thinking about. It's unhealthy. I get it. It's probably really bad. Maybe I'm butt shit crazy, but I'm competitive. That's how it is. It's in my blood. It was always my goal to be top 100. It was always my goal to, prove to myself and prove to other people, or to myself, that playing this game, is worth it. It should be worth like a rank, even though it's just a low number over here next to ePoodle. It means a lot to me. I think, back to being efficient, you literally have to give it your all. That's what I recommend. If you want the quickest route, you should practice a lot. Practice Melee, solo practice if you want. Morphbane's, well, I never really solo practice. I just, used to play unranked. I used to play the game a lot. I guess that counts as solo practice. I used to think about the game a lot. Sometimes when I go out with my family to eat or I go out with friends, I'm usually thinking of Melee in the back of my mind. You feel me? It's very stressful. It was very, when you're passionate about something in your heart, or something that you truly care about, you always think about it. It's like your one true love. That's what Melee was for me, But that's where the outworking comes in. Some people have jobs. I rarely worked when I played Melee. I'm not saying quit your job or don't have a job, but if you could spend more time thinking productively, keyword productively, about Melee, then it will probably help you in the long run for, getting better at the game. My main motto for improvement back in the years, let me tell you, bro, 2020, I used to enter a net play tournament a day, one net play or two net play tournaments, 6-7 days a week, bro. I was on that grind, literally. And I would go 0-2, 0-2, 0-2, 0-2. My main motto used to be play to improve. I would play, I wouldn't think about winning. I wouldn't think about losing. People should think about improving, enhancing your gameplay, learning something new. I would rather lose an online tournament, losing to some dumb Falcon option in an online tournament rather than the major. You, the viewer, you're probably like, yeah, that's obvious. But it's like, you gotta be open to learning, be open to improving. Number one, anything's possible. Number two, you gotta be efficient. You gotta open your mind. That's what I mean by efficient, I guess. Open your mind to new possibilities. Ask questions. Stop being stubborn. If you think you're the best in your group, whatever, that's fine. But you should strive for more, bro, because there's a bigger world than just your friend group, And if your friend group doesn't want to get good, then you should probably find another group to improve at with Melee. Most of my Melee friends were noobs. And I had to surround myself with people that actually cared about getting good. I'm not gonna. Well, I'll shout them out. Fuck it. Shout out Electroman. Shout out Acer. They're like the OGs. Really? Yeah, bro. My mind's just going everywhere. Shout out Electroman. Shout out Acer. Shout out Zaza, Canadian Falcon. I heard she's really good at like P plus now. She's like freaking cracked. Proud of her. Electroman's also really good. Shout out to him. Audrey, one of my students. Shout out to him. The Animals. Shout out to him. But you have to open your mind up to like this play to improve type of mindset. You have to play to learn, play to learn, play to learn something new, because the knowledge adds up. It adds up. It adds up. Your knowledge keeps getting higher and higher and higher, bro. And then what happens is there's going to be a tournament where some people are going to have like, they're going to start playing their C game. And when you have all this knowledge built up, that's when you perform the upset. Like, let me tell you about one of my first upsets. I'll tell you about like one that happened in 2021. That Electroman guy I used to talk to about, I despised losing to him. Literally the campiest fox of all time. And he would just like, farm me. It's just 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. And then one day at a tournament, I was just grinding. Like, I remember that week. I just only thought about Electroman when I lost. It was unhealthy. I don't recommend people do this. If you want to keep your sanity. But if you really want to get good, you have to obsess over your losses. Like, I lost to Electroman. A constant streak. I was being lazy. I didn't practice that much. And eventually, I started to give a shit. And then this tournament happened. It was called the Salad Idol versus Ryotam. I like literally practiced the week of. I kept my work ethic up. Electroman at this point, he probably doesn't remember this, but he started to play Smash Ultimate. And that was when I was like, yeah, this is my fucking chance. This is my chance to seize the opportunity and actually take a set. And I did. And now I have the winning record. It's little habits like that. Like, you got to open your mind to improve. Eventually, some people stop being that competitive, or they stop competing less, and they stop thinking about being serious about their hobbies, and then they start losing. Sorry, Electroman, if you hear this story. I'm probably a dickbag for saying it, but that was like one of my first ever achievements, was beating you. Shout out to Massachusetts. That's where he's from. But I always open my mind to play to improve. Number one, believe anything's possible, because it really is. I was complete ass at this game, bro. 0-2, 0-2, 0-2. And now I'm good. Number two, be efficient. Open your mind up to improvement. Ask as many questions as you can. Ask literally anyone. We gotta talk about this too. The stigma of, oh my God, he's such a top player. He's so good. He's like Hollywood. He's like Joe Jonas or Nick Jonas. Like, no, bro. It's a normal freaking person. If you have a question, you could DM them. Sometimes the people will DM you back with an answer. Because they're just humans. Everyone's trying to get better at this game. We all got to help each other out. We're all like brothers and sisters. You feel me? I think another aspect also is... Wait. Before I talk about another aspect, I remember Collision 2025. That's my breakout run. I got 9th place at that major out of like 350 people. Some guy asked me for advice in the bathroom, and I literally told him. Some guy asked me, he's like, what? He's like, do you have any advice about getting better at the game? And I told him one of the number one mentality advices that you should have in your head is that you should never glaze top players. Glazing as mean fangirling. That Joe Jonas, Nick Jonas example I just said. People gotta stop thinking Hungrybox is God. Like, bro, he's not. He's a normal dude that plays Jigglypuff. And he camps. He camps a lot. He's good at camping. I get it. And he streams and he's popular. People have this image like, oh my God, he's like so much better than me. I don't know if I should talk to him. I'm scared. Like, no, bro. It's a normal freaking person. Just talk. I told this guy in the bathroom to stop glazing top players. And you know what? Guess who's in the bathroom? HBox. He even nods his head. He's like, yeah. And I was like, Juan, what'd you say? He's like, yeah, I agree. Like, bro, stop glazing top players. If you want to be the best, if you want to be good, you got to pretend that these guys are on equal footing, or you got to pretend that you're above these dudes. They're just humans that are good at a video game. I'm serious, bro. There are community figures. There are leaders, you know? Like, but if you want to get good at this game like that, you should throw that shit out the window. Believe you're the best. Believe that you can do it. If you're going to be like, oh, I'm ass. Oh, I'm never going to be good at this game. Then just quit. Like, what are you doing? Like, if you want to get top 100 and you're like, oh, I want to quit. Oh, I'm never going to be good. Then you're not going to get good. Like, you're just telling yourself that subconsciously, like every 5 seconds. It's not healthy. You got to believe in yourself. I know it's hard. That oh, I'm going to quit thing I just said, that was like a representation of me years ago. I still feel that way. But I'm just toxic to myself. I just tell myself to shut up and man up. And I do it. But believe in yourself. You know, believe anything's possible, because it really is. There are some rich people that were literally homeless and now they're like millionaires. Another example is me. I was literally a bum-ass kid and now I'm kind of good at a video game. So yeah, number 1, believe anything's possible. Number 2, be efficient. Ask questions. Open your mind up to learning. Ask a lot of questions. Play a lot. Solo practice. Try to watch VODs of your favorite players and their main. If you main Falco, you can watch Ginger, Magi, Mango, Westballs, you know, PPMD, Bobby Big Balls. If you play Sheik, you can watch JMook Spark, you know. Oh yeah, another thing. If you main like Sheik or Marth or Mewtwo and you get bored of your character and you don't want to play, that's fine. You don't always need to be playing your main. Like, enjoy, try to have fun with the game also. Believe anything's possible. Step 1. Number 2, be efficient. Burnout. Let me talk about burnout. Burnout's real. It happens to everyone. It happens to top players. It happens to, you know, even people outside of Melee. It happens to millionaires. Some people get tired of, like, living. You know, sometimes it's stressful to get out of your bed. Like, I don't blame you. Life's hard. You know, we all have different lives. We all have different, you know, obstacles we got to go through in our daily lives. And if we break through that barrier, then that's, you know, there's probably something on the other side. Probably something better. You never know. I always, you know, viewed Melee, or I viewed life as like a graph. It's like, it's going to go up and then it's going to go down. You don't know how long it's going to go down for, but then it's going to go back up. You don't know how long it's going to go up for. The line representing life, you know. Good things happen, bad things happen, amazing things happen, and tremendous things or horrible things happen, I mean. But believe in yourself. Open your mind up. Believe in yourself, step 1, that anything is possible. Step 2, open yourself up to all the possibilities. Try to learn as much as you can. Like I said earlier, watch VODs of your top favorite players. Ask a lot of questions. Stop glazing top players. Just ask. Don't be afraid. You can ask me. You can DM me on ePoodle. If you find my Discord somehow, I'm in Melee Online. Just find me. What else? What I say? VODs. I said, open your mind up to improving, ask questions. Also, yeah, have a friend group. I have a friend group, people that actually care about getting better at Melee. If they're better than you at Melee, that's also good. You can ask them a lot of questions. Plus, they're your homie. You can play them a lot. They can teach you a lot. That's a good thing. That's great. Let's talk about the next thing, step 3. Go into tournaments. yeah, so we have the mentality down somewhat. We have, what do you have to do to get better? I just said in step 2, like 40 seconds ago. Step 3, go into tournaments. Now, if you're a complete noob, I have no script, by the way. This is like crazy. I'm just thinking about all this off the dome in my head. If you are like a noob, if you're literally an 0-2er, and for some reason in your heart you strive to get better at Melee, which I highly respect you for, you got to realize, number one, you're going to get your ass whooped. You have to pick a main, and then you're going to realize you're going to get your ass whooped. I know some people, they have a main, and then they switch to another main, and then they switch to another main, and they don't know who to go. It's cooked. But you're going to get your ass whooped in tournaments. You have to be, tournaments are an example. They're a representation of how prepared a person can be to determine their skill in Melee. I've always viewed Melee tournaments, like Hungrybucks has said this, it's like a jazz exam. It's literally, can you play the instrument or something like that? There's a violin. Can you play the instrument or can you not? Can you play better than another person? For example, can you play Puff better than a fox? That's why Hungrybox beats a lot of foxes. It's just like, who is more prepared? And that's why I said in step 2, be more prepared. Open yourself up to new knowledge mentally, physically, emotionally. You know, try to learn new in-game habits like wave dash out of shield, stuff like that, edge canceling. But tournaments, you go there and you have to, a lot of people say when they go to tournaments, like, oh, I want to win. And that's one thing to say. You could say I want to win. But if you go to a major and you don't play the game a lot, you're probably not going to win. That's why you're here. You should tell yourself, because this is what I do, tell yourself to perform and play your best. Just give it your all. And if you lose, you lose. Like there was a scene in Rocky 3 where Rocky Balboa, Italian-American boxer, was too scared to fight this guy. I forgot his name. I'm going to call him, oh my God, what's his name? I'm going to call him Mr. Blue, because I knew Clubber Lang. I'm going to call him Mr. Lang. Rocky was too scared to play Clubber Lang because Rocky felt like it was going to lose. His wife in the movie, Rocky 3, Rocky's wife, literally had to convince him to just try no matter what. If you're going to lose, that's fine. At least you tried. But if you give up without even fighting Mr. Lang, then I don't think Rocky could look at himself in the mirror and live with that for the next couple of years. It's like, if you don't throw yourself into the fire, you're never gonna know. The fire meaning tournaments. If you don't throw yourself into the fire, sometimes you never know what's gonna happen. Like, for example, another example, Collision 2025. There were 400 people, 50-ish people DQ'd, so 350 people were in the tournament. I was seeded to get 25th. I was seeded like 25 to 28, something like that, 25 to 32. And what happened was, Sunday morning comes around, we have to play top 32 of Collision is on Sunday at 11 a.m. The night before, I literally told my friends, I said, bro, I'm going to DQ. Like, I don't think I'm going to do well. I'm done with this shit. And, you know, one of my friends, he's just like, bro, I actually think, my friend Aiden, shout out Aiden, he was like, man, I think you can make a run. If you look at your bracket, you have like, because I'm a Marth player, you have Fox, supposedly. Marth beats Fox. And I have to play against Kevin Maples, the best player in MDVA. You know, I got to play Kevin Maples, and if I beat Kevin Maples, I beat 404 Cray. And then if I beat 404 Cray, I'm probably going to play Panda or Slug. And then my friend Aiden was telling me, he's like, bro, it's just a bunch of spacies. You could probably make top 8. Or you can make a good run. And I did. I reverse 3-0'd Kevin Maples. I learned my brain. Literally, I know we're going off like the topic, but I just want to give you examples. Like 11 a.m. I was literally gonna DQ. Someone literally had to drive me to the tournament. They're like, bro, you gotta give it your all. I did. Shout out Maddie, my driver. She's cool. I was down 2-0 against Kevin Maples. And my friend, Django, literally told me, he said, you're not playing good. You gotta try, lock in. He said, lock in. And I reversed 3-0'd the best player in MDVA. Literally fucking 4-stocked on FD. I didn't think about winning. I thought about improving. I thought about playing my best. That's it. Don't let this pressure of, oh, I'm going to win or, oh, I'm going to lose, affect your mindset. Because that's going to throw you off. You're thinking about the future when you're in the present. It's bad. But I proceeded to beat Kevin Maples. I reverse 3-0'd him. I had to play against 4-4 Cray, a Falco that's in the tri-state region. I 3-0'd. I tried to focus on playing my best, and I did. Sometimes you play your best and you lose, which is what happens later in the tournament, but you just gotta grind. You gotta believe, because I believed subconsciously. I probably didn't say it to people. I probably told them I was gonna lose and I started screaming, which I did. I told people, oh, I'm gonna lose, but in my mind I didn't. Because I worked my ass off for this. I'm not gonna work my ass off just to lose to an ice climbers kid who's been playing for like 4 days. Like, I put my soul into this. I sacrificed a lot, and it shows in tournament. But I believed in myself. Step one. I put a lot of knowledge into my mind about Melee. I had to learn a lot about my character, learn about other characters, learn about neutral, punish, recovery, edge guarding, hitboxes. I don't know frame data though, but the third step is just playing to improve. That's the third step. I'll say it. Playing to improve matters so much. You gotta, be open to learning, like I've always said. Be open to learning and playing your best. But yeah, back to my collision story. I'll just say it because fuck it. I beat Kevin Maples. I reverse 3-0'd him. I reverse 3-0'd the Fox. He wasn't happy. I felt bad. I did this gesture when I was down 2-0. This means run it back. And he thought like I flipped him off or something, which I didn't. Sorry, Kevin, if you ever watch this. 4-4 Cray at 3-0'd. He's in my region. I usually beat him. It's kind of favored towards me. I think Marf beats Falco. But yeah, I just won. I kind of have a read on 4-4 Cray's play style because I played a lot. I understood a lot of concepts. And yeah, he did SD, but it'd be like that. The next person I played is Slug. Slug, for people that watch the video and they have no idea who Slug is a Pennsylvania ice climbers main who thinks ice climbers go even, or he thinks ice climbers beat Marf. I think Slug says that the ices beat Marf. So what happened was, I'll tell you a little fun story about this. I was warming up with Dark Genix, a newly top 50 player like myself, at Collision. Collision was crazy. It was like a fucking movie. I wish y'all were there to see what I had to go through. It was nuts. But I was warming up with Dark Genix, and I was literally getting destroyed. And then Django comes in. He's like, he hears me yelling, complaining about ice climbers, and he's like, bro, shut the fuck up. He deadass says, shut the fuck up. Lock in. Think. And that's what I did. Listen, the 2 friendlies later, I 4-stocked Dark Genix, the ice climbers, top 50, on Final Destination. And some little Asian kid comes up running to me. He's like, bro, I think you should start FD against Slug. I don't know who this little Asian kid is. And Dark Jennings agrees. He's like, yeah, you're pretty good on Final Destination. The problem is, that's Ice Climber's best stage. So I'm in my mind, I was like, why would I do that? And they're like, bro, you just 4-stalked him. But it's Ice Climber's best stage. And a little background check on Slug. Slug has only lost to one fucking Marth in the past 5 years. One Marth player. Kadoran. That was earlier this year in June 2025. I tipped off. So I go up to playing Slug. I played Slug once before. I got 3-0'd at a Pittsburgh regional earlier 2025 in March. And I was like, man, I should probably take that little Asian kid's advice. Because I have none to lose. I'm seeded to lose. I beat 2 top 100 players. I'm basically locked in for top 100. But I'm going to try. And I asked Slug to start FD, and he gives me this look. He's like, yeah. Yeah, we can start FD. We start FD. Literally 3-0. 3-0. It was crazy. Slug might have SD'd, but I was outplaying him. These little things, sometimes these moments in Melee, like sometimes it's just gonna go your way. For some reason, some other spirit up above or the Melee gods, they just bless you with a gift. And that little Asian kid was a gift. He helped me out. Shout out to Steak, the Ices. But I believed in myself. I didn't think about winning or losing. The way you do that, you breathe. You lock in on the game. That's it. You and the game. You are your character. You control your destiny when you're in a match. It's not the other guys that are shit talking you in the back. They might affect your speech. They might affect the way you think because you're listening to them. But it's up to you. Melee is a game of you versus yourself. And if you're not able to control that, if you start blaming other people, start blaming your parents or some shit, that's not good. You're not meant to be good at this game. It's unhealthy. That's what being stubborn is. Being stubborn is not listening to other people, not listening to new ideas, gameplay-wise, analytically. And that's why some people don't grow up. But yeah, there's tons of players I know that are stubborn. They don't want to listen to a better player's advice, and then they get bad results. And then they start complaining, asking for advice. It's like the cycle repeats. You're not going to listen to me. You're going to lose. It's like, what's the point? But yeah, let's go over the steps again. Step 1, believe anything's possible. Other people will tell you it's not, but who gives a fuck? It's your life. You know how to live it. Seriously. It's your life. Enjoy it. Live to your fullest. Whatever goal you have, if you truly believe it's a goal you want to achieve in your life, then go for it. Just don't be immoral or dangerous. That's step 1. Believe in yourself. Anything is possible. Step 2, be efficient. Self-improve. Be open to learning. Ask a lot of questions. Play a lot. Play a lot of productive sessions, friendlies. You can play against the same people. That's fine. But you should try to play other players. Get new different play styles. No 2 players in Melee play the same unless they're noobs. Step 3. What was step 3? Step 3. Play to improve. That's what it is. It's like step. There's like step 2 is like be efficient, but this is step 3 is like step 2B. 2A and then 2B. It's just be open. Open your mind up. Whatever happens, happens. It's like going to war. None of us have probably been in a war, but bro, be open to playing your best. Don't fuck losing, fuck winning. There's so many people that literally, there's so many smash sets, and even in other games, they choke because they think of winning, they think of losing. And sometimes you're going to lose. You can keep losing, and sometimes you're going to have a breakout performance. And that's what happened to me. Next section. When it comes to going to tournaments, you should enter as much as you can. I'd recommend net play tournaments. Well, I'd recommend IRL tournaments first, and then net play second. If you live in the middle of nowhere, because I found out the Midwest of America is just like a bunch of trees and deserted roads. If you have good internet and a good controller, or if you just want to play, go play. I'd recommend net play tournaments. If there's no community by you, no Smash community. Net play tournaments is what I did. You can enter as much as you can. There's a tournament every day if you live on the East Coast or eastern side of North America. IRL tournaments are very important too. You have human interaction. You get to meet new people that have a similar, or that have similar tastes. What's the word called? You meet people that also like Melee, and you like Melee, so you guys bond. I met a lot of people like that. For example, my boy Jay Killer. I don't know if Jay Killer is ever going to watch this video because it's about to be 40 minutes long, but Jay Killer was a guy who lives in my region in Upper New York. And he used to drive me to tournaments all the time. He would drive me to regionals. He drove me to Philadelphia. He drove me to like Connecticut tournaments too. Holly Gaming. Shout out to Connecticut. I love him. He used to drive me to New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia tournaments. He drove me to Creed. It's where I got my first ever top 100 win. If you get to know people, they could probably drive you places. You know, they could probably, they could probably help you find new opportunities in your life. That's even a concept in life. Jay Killer is the reason I got. Jay Killer is like a part of why I'm top 100. I swear to God. He used to drive me to everything. I used to lose a lot, and I started winning. I used to start yelling in the car when I lost, and he would just listen to me constantly. And that's a homie. That's a friend. I owe him the world. I owe him this rank of top 50. You know? And if I never went to that IRL tournament, I probably would have never met him. And I'd probably be way worse at the game. You know? But Jay Killer, Adam, I thank you. But get to know people. Maybe they could give you some life-changing advice in Melee, or maybe in your life. Maybe they could drive you to tournaments and you could carpool. You know, Melee players, we all probably know, if you're trying to get into the scene, there's some really cool people in the scene. Just, if you don't like your friend group, honestly, keep looking for new people to talk to. It could be rough, talking to new people, but just open yourself up and to embrace yourself to displaying good energy to other people. And if they don't reciprocate it back, don't talk to them. Avoid them. Avoid toxic people. But some people will just start being nice. They'll start being kind. And that's what Jay Killer did for me. Shout out to him, bro. I owe my whole Melee career to him. I owe my Melee career to so many people that have helped me along the way. Another person I owe my Melee career to is Question. Question.it. I'll just call him Question. He was a Marth main I met online 2021, and then he would just, bro, he'd just yell at me, bro. Hold on. My older brother's coming upstairs. Hold up. Yo. This scene in the video. Yo, how you doing? Okay. I'll be right back. Hold up. Go in your room. No, I can't. There's camera. Yeah, if you want to listen to it, yeah, don't come in now. I don't know if y'all heard that. I'm in the living room right now. I had to tell my older brother. I was like, don't come in here. don't ruin the flow of the video. But yeah, enter as many tournaments as you can. You're gonna win. You're gonna lose. But if you keep doing steps 1, 2, keep believing in yourself, keep opening your mind up to new opportunities, you keep learning, you keep playing, you keep thinking about the game, then eventually you're gonna make a run, and then you're gonna do good. That's what happened to me. I was really an 0-2 at the beginning, and now I'm 45th in the world. I'm probably gonna be even a better number of a rank because I beat STJ. What else is there to say? Like I said earlier, I've always said it takes one person to change your life. Question my coach. I think that's what we were talking about. Question my coach. He always told me to believe in myself and to say, I'm the best player in the venue. You could say that sometimes. It's good to have that mentality that you're gonna win. That's good. I do that. I start screaming at tournaments saying I'm gonna farm everyone. I do say that. I'm half-assing it. I try to give myself that confidence. Is it false confidence? For some people, it could be. For me, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. But Question would teach me a lot about the game. He told me how to gimp. He told me how to edge guard. He told me this idea that's really funny is as Marth mains, because Question also made Marth. He also said, as a Marth main, it is our goal to not... It's our goal to... Hold on. It's why I have to think to speak. As Marth mains, it's our goal to gimp. It's our goal to kill early, because that's the strength of Marth. You have the range. So you should be able to kill early. And you have a broken grab. What time is it? Chat, I got class in like 2 hours. But yeah, shout out to Question. He's a good guy. Good coach. I recommend him. I think he's like a DJ now, something like that. But do you see all these people? I met all these people. It takes one interaction, you get to know them, and they could probably change your whole world. For the good or bad. If you notice toxic or bad energy, you should probably not interact with them. But yeah, let's go over the steps one more time. Step 1, believe in yourself. Realize anything's possible, because it really is. Step 2, open your mind up to new options, new ideas. Stop glazing top players. Don't be afraid to ask. It takes one interaction, one melee interaction, one person to talk to, and they can change your whole career, Step 3, or step 2B, like I said earlier, play to improve. Don't play to win, play to improve, play to be at your best. And you'll probably prosper. You'll probably do really well. When it comes to going to majors and regionals, I think the requirement is 2 majors and 3 regionals for the summer ranking. I don't know what the requirement is for the whole year, but I did enter. I'm qualified for the top 100 SSBM rank for 2025. I don't know what the requirement is, but if you have to get your financials straight, you should probably get a job if you don't have one. Probably get a bunch of money. Or maybe start like a donation drive if you want to start traveling. The Melee community is nice. They're pretty kind. I don't think I'll ever regret being in this community, because I've met so many people from all different backgrounds, all different types of life. Lots of funny moments, lots of cool people. you know, and I would talk to them. I'd exchange ideas at tournaments. I would talk to Hungrybox. I'd talk to Zane. I'd talk to like some SoCal people. They're pretty cool. West Coast people think differently from the East Coast players. It's pretty weird. East Coast players just want to gimp. West Coast players, not really. They want to swag out. But, yeah, I think that's it. You know, I never really thought I was going to get top 100. I thought I was going to be dog shit forever, but if you like something so much and you have a passion over it, you should probably do it. Maybe it could be your life if it makes money. If it doesn't, then you should probably put on the side a little bit. But yeah. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I think if you have any other questions, wait, let's talk about one more thing. This idea of losing, I know there's going to be sets that you might get 6-0'd in the grand finals, or you might lose a 4-stock to 1 comeback game. It happens to everyone. Everyone gets 4-stocked. The art of losing. I should make a new video on that. Or the idea of losing in Melee. I'll make a video on it probably. It's probably a good idea. Because I could talk about it for like a while. But the idea of losing, it sucks. But I know, I'll give you an example. Zane has won 4 majors in a row in 2025. He just won Riptide. That's his 4th major in a row. Out of the past 4 majors, his record is 23-1, which means he's only lost 1 set, which is fucking badonkers. It's nuts. But I remember Zane once said that sometimes he would lose. He'd lose the Hungrybox, for example. He would lose game 5. Hungrybox would pop off, go crazy. And he said he would analyze the VOD right after he lost. And he would remove all his emotion from the VOD. And he would just try to study, try to learn. That's like an application that I said in my earlier stuff is when people lose, if you lose a close set, you're going to watch the VOD and you're probably not going to want to watch it because you're like, oh, I don't want to see myself lose. You got to remove that emotion. It's hard. I get it. It's embarrassing. You might get made fun of. You're going to be hard on yourself. Everyone's hard on themselves. But Zane wasn't. Zane would lose. He'd remove all his emotion and just watch a VOD. A lot of these top players have lost the most. They have lost in the most saddest of ways. Us as like non-top 10 players, we probably have no idea what it's like. You know, but I think you got to embrace losing. I know it's easier said than done, but you gotta learn to take that lesson of an L. L stands for lesson and loss. Just pretend it stands for lesson, and then we move on to the next tournament. We move on to the next set. Some people win through losers bracket because they lost once, they got humbled, and then they realize all that hard work they put into the game should not be put to shame. And then they make a run. Shout out Cody Schwab. Shout out Mango. But, yeah, I could probably talk about that more. I don't really have a script or anything. That's why I'm going like on and off, on and off. But, yeah. I think that's it. I don't have much to say. I gave you a general gist. If you listen to this video, I thank you for watching. I highly respect that you put time out of your day to watch this video and listen to what some crackhead has to say. I'll probably give you more of a story time about myself in another video. I like doing these videos, just talking, opening up my mind and just spewing out whatever comes into my brain. It's pretty fun. It's like therapy. But yeah, I'm probably gonna make more videos. You're probably going to see more of this. Please believe in yourself. I know life's hard. I know you're probably in a shitty situation or in a situation you wish was better. And I pray, I manifest for all of you that watch this video. And I wish the best. But yeah, it's ePoodle. It's Eli. I'm going to end the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And ring that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.